Hi, I'm Eric Martell of RE/MAX Properties Southwest, Inc. in Orlando, Florida. This is our December 2012 Orlando housing market update. Let's address some sales statistics first. All types of Orlando home sales were up 8.9% in December 2012 when compared to a year ago, but down almost 6% from the month before, that was November. Single-family home sales were up 13.5% in December when compared to December of last year, while condo sales decreased by a little over 4.5%. There were 2,410 sales in December 2012, and of these, 1,190, or about 50%, were so-called normal sales. The bank-owned sales comprised 20% of the market, while short sales were 30%. The number of normal sales in December increased by 31% from a year ago, while short sales decreased 10.5% and foreclosures held steady. Sales of existing homes in the entire Orlando metro area, which includes Lake, Orange, Osceola, and Seminole counties, were up by 4.06% in December when compared to a year ago. Lake County was up almost 11%. Orange County showed a minor gain of slightly less than 1%. Osceola County dropped almost 4%. Seminole showed a larger gain of slightly over 17%. Contracts which have been written but are not yet closed are known as pending contracts, and there were 7,883 pending contracts in December of 2012. There was a slight decrease from the 8,095 pendings in December of last year. Short sales made up 69% of these pendings in December. Normal properties accounted for only 19%, and bank-owned properties accounted for 12%. The reason short sales made up such a high percentage is that they take a long time to close, typically. So they remain in a pending status for sometimes several months. We actually are just now closing on one at the end of this month that we wrote last year, an entire year ago, in January. The prices of homes have also changed since the median price of all existing homes combined that were sold in December 2012 moved upwards to $131,800. That's good news. It's about an 11% increase from December of 2011. It's driven largely by the 23% increase in the price for foreclosed properties. Normal existing homes only increased by slightly over 4%, and short sales only increased by about 3%. Our market unfortunately still suffers from inventory problems. There are currently 7,384 homes available for purchase through the MLS. This is about a 3-month supply. The December 2012 overall inventory level is 24.13% lower than it was in December a year ago. This is a big change and will impact the market since restricted supply leads to increased competition for each property if demand does not decline. However, the fact is that new contracts are also off by about 11% year over year. This implies a certain slowing of the market. This may be balanced out by the fact that new listings are down by about 14%. If you're thinking of selling, you should know that homes of all types are now spending an average of 80 days on the market and selling for a little over 96% of listing price. Finally, here's some 2012 annual data for the entire year that you might find interesting. Overall sales in 2012 were up by 3.16% over 2011. That was a total of 28,670 homes sold in 2012 compared to 27,791 the previous year. Sales of normal homes in 2012 increased 30% over 2011. Short sales increased by 3.7%, and bank-owned sales actually declined by 26.43%. The 2012 year-to-date median price increased 10.10% to $121,000 compared to 2011's $109,900. This is a modest move in the right direction after the continued decline we've experienced since the subprime mortgage bubbles burst. Orlando's overall inventory experienced a 24.13% decline year-to-date. Single-family home inventory declined 27.8% year-to-date. So what's to be concluded from this data? Well, it continues to look as if this may be one of the best times to sell as compared to recent years. Inventory levels continue to be low, and demand, while a little shaky due to the continued weak national economic situation, remains fairly constant. Of course, the demand might change in the next quarter or so if interest rates, which are currently at or near an all-time low, were to begin to move upward, and that is a distinct possibility. Thank you for listening. This is Eric Martell with RE/MAX Properties Southwest. My wife Sally and I have been providing high-quality real estate services to the Orlando community since 1985. We've been successful by treating each person as an individual and carefully addressing that individual's needs. We'd like your business, so if you're thinking about buying or selling, please give us a call at 407-352-5800. You could also visit our website at orlando-properties.com and check out the services we offer. Once again, thank you.